Welcome back to the Black and Gold Report, a show all about UNC Pembroke athletics. I'm Cameron Songer, joined now by UNCP softball head coach Brittany Bennett. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me this morning.
You're a little more than halfway through the 2016 regular season, carry a 14-10-1 record, including a 5-3 mark in the rugged Peach Belt Conference. Give us a mid-season progress report on the Braves.
Well, this year's been interesting, to say the least. This is the best team we've had since I've been here. And to be truthful, the last 2 years until this year, we've actually started off a little bit better, so we would come in with a little bit better record than what you're seeing. But we were also not playing as well as we are right now. I told the girls that a lot of the struggles in preseason would work itself out, and when we got into conference, we probably would have a better shot of working through some adversity. So we faced a lot of adversity in February. We've traveled, we've been all over on the road. We haven't had a few far in between home games, and so we're finding a way to come out on top and have a above 500 record on the road playing tough competition. You know, I'm really happy with where we're at and where we're headed and the way we're playing right now. So if we'll keep competing like we are right now, I'm going to feel really, really comfortable at the end of the season because this team has a lot of fight, and I'm really, really enjoying coaching this group of girls.
You have to be really impressed and really pleased with the offensive production of your team up to this point. UNCP scores more than 5 runs per game and ranks second in the conference with a .317 batting average, just behind defending champion North Georgia. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, you know, I think we surprise people. You know, there's 3 different types of teams. There's fast teams, there's power teams, and then there's scrappy teams. And you know, I don't believe that stat when you tell me. It doesn't feel like that's who we are because we make a lot of mistakes. But you know, when it comes down to it, we put the ball in play, and that's really, really exciting. It's the most powerful offense I've had in a really long time. It's fun to watch the girls, and I think that's more of a testament to them. You know, we've tweaked and done a few things with a couple people's swings, and they've bought in. And I would have to tell you that, you know, when you have a kid that comes early, stays late, works on her swing, works on her game, that's really just a compliment to them. That average is coming out of the hard work that my girls are putting in.
Your roster is filled with new faces, and your starting lineups regularly feature 2 or 3 freshmen. What are some of the challenges you've faced with coaching such a young team this season? You
want me to give you one challenge on a group of freshmen that are playing? You know, I love freshmen. You know, it's tough to be a freshman. It's tough to be a freshman and play in our league. You know, they could go probably anywhere else and maybe have a little bit more opportunity here and there to play, but it's going to be tough to get in our lineup. I mean, obviously, we're hitting .317 as a team. That's a pretty good stat. But you know, they do get in and they scatter here and there, and sometimes we get 3 for 3 from them. Sometimes we get 0 for 3, and that's just kind of how freshmen are. But actually, they're getting better as the season is progressing, and I think as a coach, you just want to get better every game. And I actually have seen some huge improvements from our freshmen.
Well, Black and Gold is averaging about 1.3 fielding errors per game and has surrendered 27 unearned runs on the season. Obviously, that's been a disappointing aspect so far. But is that a direct result of the youth movement on your team?
Well, I think that is the worst stat that we have. You know, that is youth, and it's not so much youth as it is experience. You know, if you don't have a lot of game experience, you know, we tend to press. We've had a different situation this year. We've had the lead a lot, and that is kind of a different turntable than what my kids are used to. So I think what happens is when people chip away at that lead a little bit or start to make a dent in it, I think we press a little bit too much. And if we can work those few things out, I think that we'll actually have wider gaps of scores than what we have. We've had too many games that are way too close, as you can see. But my youth is also the future of our program, and I'm excited about who they are, and they play really well sometimes, and it's fun to watch them play.
Junior college transfer Abby Walters leads the league with a .500 batting average to go along with 16 extra base hits, 26 runs batted in, which is good enough for 6th among the PBC leaders. Talk about how vital Abby has been to the success of your team in 2016.
Well, you know, if anybody comes out and watches us play, I don't think anybody would ever say they didn't enjoy watching Abby Walters play. What an amazing kid that is. She works so hard. She listens to every bit of instruction. She wants to be coached. She comes early. She stays late. She's a good teammate. People look up to her. She's fast. She's strong. That kid has just been a really big joy to our team and especially to the coaching staff. And I am just really, really thankful that she chose to join us for the last 2 years of her career.
Walters isn't the only superstar in your batting order this season. 4 other players hitting better than .300 through the first half of the season, and your team has combined to hit 13 home runs already this season. You saw the same type of explosiveness from your team during the fall. What has been the key to your offensive surge this year?
Well, first of all, we have some more experience in the box. You know, I have several sophomores that had some good time as freshmen playing. And we've worked very hard on being disciplined in the box this year. And I think the home runs are just kind of a testament of being disciplined at the plate. So I think we have, if you have to face us as an opponent, you've got to get through our top 6. I think we're all hitting over 300 in the top 6. I think that's pretty stressful. But I'm excited about what they're doing. We got a lot of kids doing a lot of good things.
All right, Coach, stay where you are. It's time for us to take our last break here on the Black and Gold Report. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Black and Gold Report presented by Pepsi. Cameron Songer here with UNCP softball head coach Brittany Bennett. Coach, one of the highlights so far this year, we kind of talked about how there haven't been many home games yet this year. Taylor Gerhart with a walk-off home run to knock off Francis Marion. Just talk about the offense so far and how it's been exciting.
Well, like you said, we have had 13 home runs, and that's new to us. It was taking a lot of belief in the weight room. That's a lot of that paying off. I mean, their hard work is really shining through this year. But I want to tell you that I thought that it hit the capping on the fence, and it still would have just been a double. But I actually thought it hit the capping, so I didn't even know it was a home run until the umpire signaled it. But that stuff's so fun. I mean, that's what you play the game for. She had a home run earlier in the game. I mean, it looked like a watermelon for her. But that kid continues to get RBIs, and she grinds through the season, and she played all last year, and she, as a freshman, was all PBC. You can't say enough about, the meat of our lineup coming early and staying late, and just actually wanting to be there and wanting the ball when it counts.
Obviously, that was a big win. You've had some other big wins, including 2 pretty convincing victories over nationally ranked Catawba. You've also been on the wrong end of 5 one-run losses. What differences have you seen in your team between those big wins and coming up just short in a handful of games?
Well, honestly, we're scoring enough runs. The difference is the defense. If we just clean everything up, we'll win all of those games. We just kind of, like I said, we press just a little bit when we get a little nervous. And, the fact that we're in all of those games, when you say to me we've lost those runs, yes, it stinks. It's hard to say out loud. But the fact that we're in those games means we've had a chance to win every single game that we played. And it's a hit here or there, it's a base runner here or there, it's a strikeout here or there, and it's a defensive play here or there. And if we can clean the defense up, I think we'll be in every single game moving forward, including against defending national champion North Georgia. Yeah,
that's coming right up. Senior Katie Saunders leads your team with 9 wins from the circle this year. You've been able to get some production in the circle out of both Abby Walters and newcomer Taylor Strickland. What are some of the strengths of your pitching staff, and what are some of the areas you'd like to see your pitchers get better in right away?
Well, overall, I'm just really proud to have a senior in the circle. Anytime you have a senior in the circle, they're going to get some wins for you. I think she was a 15-game winner last year. She's right on track for that. She's doing a good job with Taylor Strickland and trying to mold her and get her some experience. And, Abby's just Abby. I mean, she pitches, she plays first base, she plays outfield, she's fast, she's strong. My pitchers are doing a good enough job to help us win. We're never going to be a pitching staff that really strikes out a lot of people. But we're also going to be smart, know the zone, throw to the right hitters, and those 3 are doing a fantastic job right now. I'm really proud of them, all 3 of them.
You're in pretty good shape through the first 8 games of your league schedule, sitting 6th place in the latest PBC standings. What are some games that you have coming up on your PBC schedule that will sort of serve as a measuring stick for the progression of your program?
This weekend, we've got defending national champion North Georgia, who's top 10 in the country, and then we have Young Harris, who's also really taking shots at people this year. So I think if we can come out this weekend with our head above water, I really feel like we'll have a chance to not only finish in the top 8, but actually somewhere in the middle of the pack, which would be very, very good for our girls. That's they're competing, they're showing up to these conference games. They look totally different. They look really focused. Peach Belt play has been really, really fun this year. I'm really looking forward to the challenge going forward. It's really, really fun to watch them warm up because I know they're going to get it done.
What are 1 or 2 things you'd like to see your team over these next couple of weeks improve on as you head into the heart of the conference schedule?
I think the biggest thing that I want us to do is I think when we have a plan, we implement a strategy that we're going to do against an opposing pitcher. It might make some of our kids a little bit uncomfortable in the box, which is quite funny when you hit 317 and you've hit 13 home runs. We're going to have to take each pitcher we face and kind of strategize against them. And sometimes that's going to make the girls, just not as free-flowing in the box as they want to be. So I think getting them to believe in what the plan is, and especially the youth, getting them to say, this is the plan, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be confident in it. I think moving forward outside of our defense and just making routine plays, I really think that's where it lies.
Well, your schedule's a little bit backloaded. You've obviously played a lot on the road in the early part of this year. Get to really end the season by playing a lot of home games. What advantage does that give for your team?
Well, I will tell you that was not on purpose. We started this going back away, home, but then people call and change things on you. But I will tell you, it's good to sleep in your bed at the end of the season. You know, you don't want to be on the road at the end of the season when you're tired and you're hurt and you foul a lot of balls off your feet and you've been on the bus. So I actually am okay with our schedule this year, but man, I'm just ready to get through March. I'm ready to play at home, and I want to be on our field playing conference games at home. So if we can just survive the first half of PBC play, get through middle of March, we'll really find that we can protect our house coming forward and really enjoy playing these last month at home.
Yeah, you've talked at length previously on the show. How important is it as you kind of try to jockey for position getting into the PBC tournament and making a mark?
It's extremely hard, and I don't think that people really understand that. I would say between the Gulf South Conference, the Lone Star Conference, and the Peach Belt, we just beat each other up. I mean, every game counts. We only play 2. I don't think people really realize that every game is so vital, and I'm really, really, really hoping that moving forward we'll take one from someone we shouldn't, sweep someone that we should, and then we'll be sitting comfortably going forward.
UNCP softball head coach Brittany Bennett, it's always a pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It's all the time we have for this week's Black and Gold Report. For our entire crew, this is Cameron Songer saying thanks for watching, and until next week, go Braves.